Jean-Francois in Montreal, Quebec writes, "Hey Paul, I was going through the channel's older videos and I noticed that you are not wearing your wedding band as often as you used to." This got me thinking. Probably gets my wife thinking too. While selecting the right components, setting up the listening room perfectly, and choosing the best recordings are all important considerations for any audiophile. One, if overlooked, could prevent someone from enjoying his hobby completely. Now to my question, how does one empower the significant other to support that passion and understand the investment in time and money someone has to make? My question may remind you of the usual wife's audiophile joke, but I'm truly interested to hear about how it worked with Terry back in the days, or if you had some stories to tell. Oh, do I have some stories to tell. I love it. All right, first off, I haven't been wearing my wedding ring, not because I'm not married. Terry and I are pretty much, we've been together now 50 years, which somebody pointed out is twice as long as most of the people that work at PS Audio have been alive. Yeah, that's a long time. And I hope we stay together forever. I mean, Lord knows, you don't know from day to day. You got to live your life and you got to do it every day. You got to wake up and be excited about it. And just, I love Terry to pieces. She's the foundation of, of our family and life. I have, as I've gotten older, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but I seem to fill up with water more. It's probably something to do with blood pressure or salt or Lord knows. And I sometimes can't get my ring off because my finger bloats up. And when I go out on hikes and things, I think it's because my hands are down like this a lot. It really bothers me. So I haven't been wearing my ring because of that. Like right now, they're perfectly normal. But over time, sometimes it kind of swells up a little bit. And there's probably somebody out there who goes, oh, you've got, Jensen's disease or something. I probably have all kinds of terrible things. Audiophiles and wives. Well, it's tough. It is tough, especially if you're using the living room, the family living room, to put your stereo system up, right? We live in homes that are shared, and when loudspeaker systems take over the room, that's a challenge for anybody. It's been a challenge for Terry. Now, I've been blessed because, well, we've been in this industry for years. Terry, at one point, decided she is going to put together her own system. I was not allowed to build the system in our home. Terry did it on her own, every bit of it. She picked the speakers, the stands, the electronics, everything. She loves the KEF look, the KEF LS50. I think we may have convinced her to go with a pair of FR20s or FR10s once those come out. She does love that look, but it's not out, and the FR30s are way too big for our house. So I put Terry in charge. Terry grabbed the reins and said, I'm building the system at our house so it integrates the way I want. And we have great sound at our house. And soon, when we get some PS Audio speakers in there, it'll be better. Yeah, can't wait for that. Over the years, I have been blessed to be having a bedroom or a den where I'm allowed to go crazy. And that was how we dealt with it. Living rooms in our house were and are Terry's domain. That's her, I stay out of it. I enjoy being there. I enjoy listening to music there, but I don't have a say in it. And that's okay with me. It's a shared house. We're good with that. Oh, the stories I could tell. I think I have told this story probably more than a few times. I'll tell it again. I'm not going to mention any names, but a good friend of mine years ago was a big wig at a big company in Illinois, and he invited us over. We were at CES in Chicago, and he invited us to his house to hear his system, which was glorious. And it was just, yeah, it was a real treat. And just before we were leaving, he said, his name was Bob, and Bob said, "Hey, Paul, come here." And he pulled me into the kitchen, opened the fridge door, and said, "Come around." So I'm figuring he wants me to see something in the fridge. I don't know. I'm walking around the side, and he pulls out a big wad of cash. He's hiding behind the fridge so his wife can't see, hands me a big wad of cash and says, "I'll call you later." I mean, it was like a drug deal. So later on, Bob calls. I said, "What in the hell?" And he goes, "Well, you know, I have to use side money to purchase my electronics." He said, "The only way I've been able to keep my marriage stable is by kind of lying to my wife and saying it's worth about 1/10 what I actually paid for it. So that extra money is going towards that new thing that I'm going to buy from you, blah, blah, blah." And I just thought, wow, amazing the lengths people will go to. All right, probably enough. Anyway, good luck and thanks. I appreciate the question. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.